Nation, episode 415, man. Make sure you lock in.
Yes, sir.
All right. Old subscribers, new listeners. Hey, man, let's get right into it. What it do? We are now in December. Christmas alert.
Finally got to get in my bag. You already see me. I'm already cranking the Christmas playlist.
The Christmas playlist on lock.
Already playing the playlist.
Hey, man, episode 415. We locked in. Hey, everybody doing this. We don't judge challenge. We judging today.
I've been judging.
We judging today. And
I've been
judging.
judging.
It's a lot of relationships about to be ruined over this. We don't judge challenge, bro. I've been seeing it everywhere. That and the suspect challenge, bro.
Oh, me and my sister did that.
I know I did see that. That was actually funny. But like people just do these challenges to really get their personal, you know what I'm saying, their personal things off their chest. Cause I've been seeing too many we don't judge challenge, bro. This man been going viral because it was a relationship that was potentially about to be ruined. Cause he was like, well, I dreamed about somebody else while we were together. I'm like, oh, yep, see. Y'all oversharing. That's the problem.
Y'all be saying we listen and we don't judge and say the most judgmental thing. Like pick something that you don't want to be judged about. Like, don't pick something I have to judge. Like if you tell me, it was one girl told her grandma and her mother that when she was little, they would remote toilet paper in the bathroom. So she grabbed some tissue out the trash can and used it. I'm like, I'm judging you. I don't care how young you are. I'm like, don't tell me that.
You was a filthy animal.
I'm judging you. Like, what? I'm judging you so hard. Grandma said, well, we do judge. I'm judging. Grandma said something. She said her thing was, she lost her virginity in a graveyard. I was like, all right, see,
hell nah, Granny.
Like what?
We judge.
We don't no. I'm judging. Like, I'm judging you. Like, stop saying things that require me to judge you. Like, pick something small. When I got into arguing with a guy in a wheelchair, and I said that's why you can't walk. Like, that's bad. But I feel like I can get over that. Over that. Like, don't tell me you cheated.
And then this one dude, he said to his girl, he was like, well, one day I ain't have a toothbrush, and I just continue to use your toothbrush throughout the week. You nasty ass. What in the world, bro? Go buy a toothbrush. Like, what is we talking about? Like,
you could have took the toothpaste on your finger and just.
Hey, bro, thug it out. That's just certain stuff you just don't share, bro.
You could have grabbed a toothbrush on your way to work, and then got to work.
Using somebody else's toothbrush is diabolical.
There were so many different steps to go before we got there.
Yeah, too many steps.
There were too many things we could have done before we got here.
And this challenge showed me y'all
keep going. It's crazy.
Y'all some dirty, filthy ass animals for real.
Like, y'all just saying this stuff like, yo, confess that to the Lord. He don't judge.
Like, but we judging.
I'm judging.
We judging, especially personal hygiene, boy.
Like what?
Fool, don't share that. Don't share that. And speaking about judging, this is one of the best Heisman races we've seen in a while.
It is.
And
I think both guys are deserving.
I'm about to say both guys are deserving. No matter who you have in the race, bruh, both of them deserving. Like you said, you have Jeanty who's going over 2,000. No, I'm saying you have people that have Jeanty that because of what he's done, the accomplishments. He has 20 plus touchdowns. He has 2,000 yards. Then you have Travis Hunter performing on both sides of the ball. You gotta think about that. He's one of the best wide receivers and cornerbacks in the country.
Yeah.
So that speaks for itself as well too. For me, I have Travis Hunter. The reason why I have Travis Hunter is because you know how difficult it is to play one position, but to play both positions and be top notch at it, elite at it, is difficult, bro. To have 4+ interceptions, to have 10+ receiving touchdowns. And playing, bro, we know this. Playing collegiately, you playing 100 snaps a game, bro. This is not high school. This is collegiate football. And I do think on the next level, like as he's progressing this season, I do think he can actually do this in the NFL for sure. And
I don't think he should do it though. It's gonna be more wear and tear on your
and
body.
with Jeanty, I did argue with people with Jeanty, even though he has had an amazing year. We haven't really seen a year like this. Yeah. Is that you have running backs that are. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot of tough running backs. You have a lot of good running backs. But you don't have a player that can really play both positions and be elite at it. What Travis Hunter could do on the field, bro, is like, it's so unique because he could definitely play like daggone near any position. But the fact that he's doing it at an elite level on both sides of the ball, bro, it speaks volumes. And he's a playmaker. And with Jeanty, I just think that with Jeanty, he is getting a lot of carries, and rightfully so. That you know how hard it is. You know how hard it is as a running back to carry that much and really continuously do that throughout the year. So that's difficult, and that's a feat in itself. Like, for real, I don't care who you got. They are both deserving of this award.
I think I am. I now say, because I've been defending Jeanty, and it might be the running back in me. And I will say, I think I am leaning more towards Travis because that is insane. To play both sides of the ball, 100 snaps, and you're elite at ball. I think he had 3 times this year. He had over 100 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. That's insane.
Yeah.
So I do think I lean. But I don't like it. There has been a lot of discrediting of Ashton for what he's done. And I'm like, well, we never seen Travis. I'm like, you've never seen a guy do this it like not like you've never seen it. Like, yeah, we have Barry Sanders. I'm talking about the people today saying, and it's like you've never seen what he's doing either. So I'm like, the dude had 1,000 yards in 5 games. Like, he's run for 200 yards in every game. And I understand people saying 37 carries. I'm like, listen, as someone who's ran the ball, and you ran the ball a couple times yourself, it does not always matter how many carries you get. Like, you can give somebody 30 carries and they can still end up with 50 yards. If it ain't there, it ain't there. Or if you're not good enough. So sometimes the carries is not always going to lead to yardage. Like, so I don't like that. So I view that differently. I just hate that someone was like, oh, he plays at Boise. You dropped Derrick Henry at Boise. I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, he can't control who he plays. Like, the NCAA made their schedule. He's going out there and giving you video game numbers. The man is giving you 200, 300 yards a game against every person he plays. That is insane. And we cannot, I don't like the discrediting of what he's done to boost Travis. Because I think what Travis done is on loan has been great. Like, I didn't like when Travis said he had 95 carries, 1,000 yards. If I had 95 catches, what would I have? I'm like, okay, catches and yards aren't the same thing. And I think Travis knows that. That's why I didn't like that. I was like, you know that was not the same thing. So I do lean more towards Travis. I think he's elite on both sides of the ball. I think it's incredible. I think it's great. I just don't want to, we cannot discredit Ashton Jeanty for what he's done. Because what he's done is nothing short of remarkable. And he has a very, very, very good case to win this. Any other running back that has done what he's done has won the Heisman. So you can't say, like, if he wins, it's an anomaly. No, like, every running back in college history that has done this has won the Heisman. But he's got some really good competition. So I'm not at who you pick. I just don't want, like, don't discredit. And somebody else tried to discredit Travis saying his only attribute is downs played. I'm like, that's not it. Like, downs played is not his biggest stat. It's what he's doing with those downs played. Because you could be playing both downs, but if you're like, you could play 100 snaps on both sides of the ball, but if you're only effective on one of those sides, then it's not the same. If you cook at receiver, but you give up all the yardage as a cornerback, then it doesn't matter that you're playing both sides. So it's the fact that he's elite and a playmaker on both sides of the ball. So it's not just downs played. So I don't like that aspect of it, but I think I'm leaning more towards Travis.
Yeah, it's a difficult. It's really a great.
It's a great race.
I think Shedeur should have been in this race. It's a difficult choice, and that's another person that I feel like has been discredited throughout this whole Heisman campaign. Travis spoke to it too, but because Shedeur, he's the most elite and well polished quarterback in this upcoming draft, and also in this year. And what I did hate is where all the naysayers at now. Because all y'all talked about Jackson State and he wasn't playing elite level competition. Even Cam Newton was talking about that. Shedeur, like you said, you cannot pick your opponent. When you go out there, you got to perform. Yep. He kept his composure. He has over 25 touchdowns. He has only 8 interceptions, bro. He's very efficient. He's calm and poised in the pocket, bro. And no moment is too big for him, bro. It's been multiple games this year where they were down and came back in the fourth quarter solely off of him.
Yep.
Like, let's talk about it for real. He and him being the candidate to go number 1, I don't understand how he's not a Heisman candidate. I don't understand how he's not a Heisman candidate.
Because I promise you, they're not taking any other quarterback. If it's the Giants are number 1, or maybe even the Panthers,
it's no quarterback that's going before Shedeur.
They're not. Yeah, they're going to take Shedeur. I promise you, they're taking Shedeur.
It's no quarterback going off Shedeur. But for me, Travis Hunter should be, for me, the Heisman this year, just based off a level of difficulty, bro.
Shedeur's been playing some elite ball, and he definitely deserves.
This man had what, two to three touchdowns in the first half and an interception. What are we talking about? That's different, bro. That's different. You impacting the game on offense and defense, bro. we really haven't seen it done since Charles Woodson. That you have Champ Bailey, and Deion Sanders, but it was different because they wasn't playing this many snaps.
Yeah, they weren't playing that many snaps. They played a little bit of offense. Charles Woodson didn't win the Heisman. I remember that.
Come on, Michigan. Come on, Michigan. That's a 4-peat on Ohio State, bruh. Hey, look here. That's what I don't like about Ohio State, bruh. Y'all can get the bragging and boasting and be up all in people's faces and talk about all these accolades, bruh. But when y'all losing, y'all disappear like Casper. And then we get in the middle of the field, bruh. I understand it's a sportsmanship stuff. I understand that y'all don't want our Michigan flag planted on there. But guess what? You take that aggression out in the game. Y'all lost 4 years straight. It is what it is, bruh. I don't want to sit here and hear it. And then you lost to a Michigan. Then you lost to a Michigan team. This was our least best team in the last 4 years. We was without a lot of our key players, but I don't want to hear no excuses, no nothing, bruh. And then to my people that I be throwing bets out there, because it's some of my brothers, bruh. Don't place a bet if you ain't got the bread to give me the money. That's how I be feeling about it, because a lot of you still owe me bread, and you know y'all my brothers and stuff. But don't place a bet if you know that you ain't good for it, for real. That's my little spill on Michigan, and it was a lot of chaos in college football with the rivalries. You know, everybody fighting and stuff. But
they should have fought. I'm not gonna lie. You don't let nobody. I mean, yeah, you lost, but you don't let nobody do that to your field.
But my only issue is, where was that aggression the whole game? Where was that aggression? You had 4 quarters to put that aggression out in the field.
Right, but you still gotta throw the hands.
Yeah, you gotta protect your turf. I get it, but also at the same time, it's like you had 4 quarters to step up and do something, and then the press conference they talking about the fight as if it matters. Y'all just lost, bro.
Yeah.
For real, y'all have had a successful year, but it don't mean nothing if y'all don't win. That's the same way I feel about Washington and versus the Cowboys. That's the same way I feel about it. Because I feel like we having a successful year. We love our team. But if it's the one game that you need to win, it is that game. You have to show up. This is the rivalry time, bro. I don't want to hear nothing else other than that.
Going back to that college thing, college playoffs do need to change a bit. Because it's just like, I'm tired of watching, and I don't watch much college ball, so I'm not.
They changed it this year, the playoffs.
Yeah, but I'm like, I'm tired of watching. Teams should not be penalized for winning, and at the same time not rewarded for it at the same time. So it's like, oh, look at look at their schedule. That's why they're not going. I'm like, but they don't make the schedule. I gotta play who's in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't create the schedule. They create the schedule. I gotta play who's in front of me. So if I go 12-0. And you telling me I can't go to the playoffs because of the strength of my schedule that I didn't create, why are we playing football?
Yeah, that's true too.
You know what I'm saying? Why are we even lacing them up this year? There's no point. That's my only thing. I'm like, yo, you can't just we can't keep going out there to play ball if you're gonna tell me at the end of it all that we can't advance to a bowl game or make the playoffs because of the strength of our schedule that we didn't create. It's like, why are we playing football then? Because I'd be dang if I win 11, 12 games or even 10 games.
And I don't get an opportunity at the national championship.
That's crazy. Like I understand people were saying about FSU last year, they weren't good enough. I understand that, but they won the games they were put in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, otherwise, why are we playing?
Same thing as TCU when they faced Georgia. Even though we ain't like it, it was a blowout. They deserve to be there.
I get it. They won the games. They were the people they were placed in front of them to play. They won those games. If I'm not going to be rewarded for that or punished for it, then why are we playing football?
Facts.
There's no reason for us to sign up to play this season.
That's
we got nothing to play for. We might as well just not play.
The NFL MVP race right now for me, I have Josh Allen, Saquon Barkley, Lamar. Those are my 3 right now. I believe that if Saquon breaks Eric Dickerson's record, he deserves the MVP.
I hope he does.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, bro.
I don't like the Eagles, so I hope he does.
And we don't like the Eagles, but guess what? I'm speaking from non-bias.
Yeah.
Because what Saquon has been able to do each and every game, bro, has been magnificent.
I know the Giants GM is throwing up.
They just goofy. They goofy,
that man is not throwing up.
And then Josh Allen, I think, is number 1 for me right now, is because he's tended to. It's been a lot of talks about him being a turnover machine. He hasn't turned the ball over this much.
And
this year.
He didn't have Stephon.
And he doesn't have those, the receivers that he has last year with Gabe Davis and Stephon Diggs.
He got Amari Cooper mid-season. He didn't have him all year.
So, and then Lamar, of course, he's doing Lamar things. But
this is my thing, because my homie was sending that to me that Lamar is number 1 in all these QB stats. I'm like, listen, a third MVP means nothing to Lamar at this point.
For sure.
It means nothing. Go beat Mahomes.
Yep.
It means absolutely nothing. Him winning a third MVP at this stage of his career. I'm not saying that the wrong being 3-time MVP, but at this stage of his career, it means absolutely nothing. Because he can win the MVP like he did last year and still lose to Mahomes and not win a Super Bowl. That man in front of you has 3 Super Bowls and 3 Super Bowl MVPs.
That's right.
So you winning the MVP award at this point does not mean anything anymore. You've got to beat that. You got to beat that dude over in Kansas City. Same thing with Josh Allen. Now I understand if he wins his first MVP, that's great. But you still got to beat that dude in Kansas City, or it doesn't mean anything.
That's true.
That's how I feel about it. If Lamar wins, great. I'm not mad at it. I'm just not going to celebrate it or hold it as high regards as I used to. Because at this point, it doesn't mean anything at this point.
And to your point, it's the same way how we view Aaron Rodgers and Peyton Manning when Brady was winning. Because Peyton Manning and Aaron Rodgers, they had all the MVPs, but Brady was winning.
Like, you got to win it, man.
So
you got to win. You got to beat that dude and win the big one. So, and I'm not saying it can't be done. I think the Bills could legitimately beat Mahomes this year. The Ravens look too iffy, especially if Justin Tucker's not playing well. The Ravens look too iffy. Yeah. The Chiefs look iffy too, but they found ways.
A way to win,
and they're definitely going to do it in the postseason. Now the Bills had their number, but it's just like it's a mental thing at this point. Like Josh Allen, can you finally beat this dude? Because I swear, any opportunity he's had, it don't even be his fault sometimes. It just don't happen. So I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, listen. Like, you gotta somehow, some way, if you can beat that dude, he can win it all. I got the Lions going all the way this year.
Yeah, me too.
I'm like, I think,
I genuinely
I genuinely think whoever beats Mahomes is gonna win the whole thing.
Yeah, I agree.
That's just my thing.
I agree.
Because the two people that have to do it are
Josh Allen,
Lamar and Josh, and it's a mental thing with them at this point. Like once you clear that mental hurdle, there's nothing. It's like when Jordan beat the Pistons.
Yeah.
After that, ain't nothing getting in my way at this point. Like I don't care what's in front of me at this point. You are done. It's over. So I'm like, listen, if you whoever beats that guy, they're gonna have so much confidence going into the next opponent and the next opponent. You're not gonna be able to stop. That's how I feel about it.
And shout out to the Lions because they are the best team in football right now.
Facts.
I don't think it's a debate. Best team in football on both sides of the ball, and they lost Aiden Hutchinson, their best defensive player, and they still been kicking tail. So we shall see how this unfolds. This is going to be a good playoffs this year. Cenat, I don't know if you've seen this on his stream. The magician prank that pissed me off, bro. Yeah. It pissed me off, and I'm. Why would you do that? And I'm happy his stream ended for this purpose only is because I feel like on his stream he could be taken advantage of in certain cases by certain people that come up there, and I feel like this was one of those instances. So he had a stream, the last stream, the Kai Marathon thing. He had them on there the last time, and the magician made a video and he felt slighted. He felt like they were trying to dispel all his magician tricks and stuff like that. So during this prank, and Sexy Red was up there as well, but during this prank. He pranked Kai in the most disgusting way possible.
He faked his death.
And he basically faked his death and would not answer to it, and had his whole team up there as if nothing was happening. Didn't respond. It was nasty work, and that's a lawsuit. That's a lawsuit and a half. And I hope he actually sues him because
how they found out that he was alive.
And then he made a pre-recorded video and was talking about. And that's where he's going to get messed up in court because he made a pre-recorded video basically talking about, how he didn't like how he was treated on the last stream and how basically your decisions and choices was the reason for this. You feel me? Like distasteful. And they yoked up his right hand man, bro. And everybody was talking about kidnapping. Nah. Because you gotta answer for this. You just came in my place in my stream. I'm giving you viewership, engagement. I'm giving you an opportunity to be on the platform, and you trying to you know what I'm saying? You trying to make me look like a bad person, and then make me lose my sponsorship, make me lose everything I have, and make me look a certain type of way. They ain't nothing but the devil. They ain't nothing but the devil.
To fake your death live on a YouTube stream in the first place, like. Even beyond Kai's sponsorship, it's like think of the viewing public that you could have traumatized severely.
Facts.
Are you kidding me with that?
Facts.
Like that's not funny to do in any setting, live stream, online, in front of people. Like that's just not. That ain't it. I remember seeing. I was seeing clips of. I was just like, I was like, yo, like why? Like he really did that. Like he really sat there, noose around his neck, and did that on live on YouTube. I'm like, yo, like you bugging, like
crazy.
And to have a vendetta like that is crazy. Like I wouldn't.
And I'm glad
it's never that deep.
And I will say that I love
like just nasty work.
I love the response from Kai's friends. Because that showed you Tyler was a real genuine friend. All his friends that were there are real friends of Kai's, but Tyler is a real stand-up friend because he wasn't letting that slide at all. He wasn't letting that slide. If that was to happen to one of my friends, bro, I'm not letting it slide. You're not going nowhere until we get an answer or response, bro. I don't care what's going on, bro.
Anybody that was attached to that gets in trouble. Like you gotta think about Sexy Red being there,
right? Exactly.
Like, and all the stuff
you gotta account for the people.
Everybody involved at that point is like it's gonna be looked at and questioned, and police are going it's all types of stuff. Like it wasn't. I don't know what he thought it was possible. I don't know what he thought it was gonna be. It wasn't that.
And then there was another situation that popped off with Drewski and Kev was up there. That was my favorite stream. Kev and Drewski and Kai need to make a movie. I just want to say that. But Drewski caught a lot. He didn't catch slack. He caught slack from the mom.
Yeah.
So he basically called the little boy. He was like, "You fat, you little fat little nigga." Like
what I say to me, I'm supposed to. It's like you a grown man.
But, come on now, I get it. And then Drewski, it's for laughs and giggles, comedy. Then the mom took it the wrong way. But guess what? My thing in response to the mom is, why do you have your son up there with strangers?
Exactly.
Why do you have your child
Comedians.
up there? But my thing is with strangers. If you feel like your son should not be in their environment,
was she there with him?
That is on you. No, she wasn't there with him.
Oh, I thought that was the lady who.
No, it was like the Addams Family type of thing.
Oh.
And they were like playing on the Addams Family. But my thing is, you looking for a payday because you didn't care about his well-being if you sent him up there with strangers.
Exactly.
That point blank period. My 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old is not going up there with strangers.
No, not without me.
Not without me, for sure. Bruh, so I'm just like, you think we canceling Drewski over there? You crazy.
Kevin Hart off the cuff, one of the most naturalist, funniest people on planet Earth. Stand-up is hilarious. Say what you want about his last few stand-ups, but just like, you talk about just naturally funny.
He is, bro.
Whether conversation off the cuff, just in the moment, hilarious dude, yo.
Hilarious. And then
all the comedians say, all the people say, you saw it in this, like, yo, like, and when you just watch him interview somebody, or when he's in the interview, Kevin Hart off the cuff, just stupid hilarious. What's that? You're fired. Get this walkie to somebody that's capable of doing this job.
And two of the funniest jokes, because they doing the viral TikTok dance and all that. He said, one thing I'm not doing is not doing no zesty ass dance, bro. He said, son, I'll kick your ass if you do something, bro. He is hilarious, bro. Then he hung up on LeBron when Tyler was like LeBron Ramon James, bro. He was like, hold up, and he's like,
when he said, when I opened the bag, the roach was like, thank God. Yo, he had them dudes on the floor.
Facts,
he said, is it piss in here? It's like, I smell like y'all been pissing on yourself.
To your point, Kevin is so naturally funny, bro.
Yo, like he's really funny. He's really funny. Like that's the best. I think that's something I missed in Wildin' Out when I watch it now. Mm-hmm. Like they don't have real comedians up there anymore. They have like a lot of social media funny guys up there that do skits and stuff. I'm like, yo. But some of these dudes ain't like funny. Mm-hmm. They're not really funny.
They're not really funny.
The old Wildin' Out, he had like legit, like these people were really funny. Like,
bro. A lot of stuff is too gimmicky now.
Yeah, like
it's too gimmicky.
Are you actually funny? Like Kevin Hart is actually funny. You can pick up on any interview he's done. Mm-hmm. There's a moment where you just died hysterically. Like,
and him and Drewski got a good. They have a good. Bro, they have to do like some type of Step Brothers.
Because Drewski knows how to follow a joke. Like, when you just start saying something as a joke and you have that one friend that just picks up on it.
Facts. Yep.
Yeah, those are the best. Drewski knows how to keep a joke going. Like, he knows how to follow the joke, add to the joke. Like, when he's sniffing it out. He's smelling that butt. Let's do that in prison. Lie on your back.
He had me crying when he fell out after Kai told him they was right next to Diddy house. Both of them walked away, bro. I was like, yeah, hell yeah. These niggas hilarious.
The way Kevin was calling Bryce out for Kevin.
Oh yeah, facts.
He said, "Hold on, you just like your dad. This boy is lying."
When he tried to do the motivational speech,
that was funny. Juicy couldn't hold it together because he didn't know what he was talking about. He said, "How do you cook steak?" I said, "What kind of steak you cook?" He said, "See this boy." I was dying. I was like, bro.
And then y'all be forgetting, bro. Y'all be forgetting Kevin can hoop. Kevin can hoop. He was cooking. He was cooking Kai.
Kai sucks, but Kevin can't hoop.
And Kevin about 5'3", 5'4".
Bruh.
Yeah, that was.
I didn't watch like the whole thing, but I'm like, yo, this the clips. I'm like, yo.
That was one of the ones I actually watched. I watched, bro, the full show.
It's super hilarious.
Full
I'm
straight.
like, why are these dudes this funny?
Yeah.
I'm like, why is that? You're living like it's still COVID. I was like,
We need a movie. We need a movie.
What is wrong with them?
We need a movie out of Kai, Kevin Hart, and Drewski, bro.
Oh my god. So people be complaining about like, oh, the movies. I'm like, yo, don't blame the movies. Blame the people that wrote the movies, because Kevin Hart is funny.
Facts. But Kevin Hart has actually had a lot of great, amazing movies.
Yeah, for sure. I'm talking about like recently people complaining about like some of this. I'm like, listen, blame the writers of these movies, because Kevin is funny.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like he's proved it too many times over and over and over and over again. Like the internet is wrong. Like Kevin Hart is funny. Off the cuff, stand up. He's just funny. Like. Oh my god!
And then Rakai, he made the stream too. I'm not gonna lie, Rakai, he's a ball of energy. I love that Kai. I love that Kai brought him up there
with a tutor somewhere.
But he did though. The good thing, that's what I loved about Kai and how genuine he is, because he got him a tutor. He improved on his grades. He was up there, but I feel like he actually learned something. And everybody that was up there with him, his friends, giving him game and talking about how as a 15-year-old, this opportunity to be up here is seldom. You don't have a lot of 15-year-olds in this space or this opportunity that around celebrities, around people, public figures, and people of power to actually leverage yourself. And I think that was a great part of the subathon marathon as well too. I love that as well. Rhythm and Flow, man, season 2 on Netflix. Rhythm and Flow season 2 on Netflix. I've been waiting for this show to come out since
I'm not gonna lie,
it aired.
I'm only watching it because Ludacris is the host.
This joint is actually fire. The first season I loved as well too. I feel like they had great judges, and this was another great season. We're not finished yet.
My only thing about it, I don't think these type of shows make superstars anymore in general. But especially, I never felt like rap was a genre where you can do a show like this and make the next superstar. I never felt like that with rap. Like I never felt like rap was that type of art form that you could do this with. I just don't see it, because I'm like, yo, like some of these things, it's like, because rap is so unorthodox at times. There's so many, like some things that don't work can work, and some things that shouldn't work do work. So it's like, even if this person isn't good at battling, does not mean they're not gonna be a good rapper. Even if this person can't make, a radio hit, doesn't mean they can't become the next. You know what I'm saying? So I always felt like rap was never. These shows make good. These shows make the next rap superstar. That's just. But
what I think this show is, I don't think it's based off the next rap superstar. I think it's based off of the exposure. Because you got to think about.
Somebody said that to me.
Just think about the opportunity, bro, to be on Netflix, to be on a show like this, to be in front of Lotto, Ludacris, to be in front of legends like Eminem, DJ Khaled. Like these are
that they got
legends,
Eminem,
bro. That's what I'm saying.
Crazy.
The fact that they have those type of people on there, it's the exposure. And your face
doesn't do anything.
And your face is being seen, bro. So I feel like this is a great opportunity for exposure, networking, and building, bro. Because even in the first season, it was a lot of it could only be one winner. But I think it was a lot of talent that we seen. I remember Lady London. She was one of the most popular ones. But
was that her? Was she on there?
She's doing her thing for on the first season. She's doing her thing now. But like I just feel like the exposure is what really makes this show the show. And like you said, I tuned in because of who the judges were, but I stayed for the performers. So like a lot of like some of the rappers I feel like that really got it is Surah Ali. Surah Ali is tough. J Taj, he has actually the image. He actually has the flow. He actually has the cadence and the stage performance.
And he's got the authenticity.
I think he's going. I think he might be the winner of this overall, because I feel like overall he has the full package as a rapper. Another one I like is Yoshi. I like her passion. Like a lot of these things that you can't teach. And
Detroit Diamond is tough. She knows how to capture a crowd.
Yep.
She knows how to get a crowd going. And
that battle between her and Dono was a great battle. But with Dono, she's a good rapper. But I feel like her attitude, I understand where you're passionate. I feel like you have to have a certain type of edge. But sometimes that edge can be taken too far. You feel me? You can do a little too much, and sometimes you need to be humble.
I could not believe Shorty from Philly choked in the battle.
Yes, LG.
I was like, what?
LG.
I'm like, you from Philly, Shorty? I was like,
she's tough.
It was like, first of all, I don't want to hate, but I'm not a fan of the Drake TL guy. I'm just not, and I feel like he keeps getting like
praise.
Yeah, not even just praise, but I'm like every challenge that he's done, the judges have given him like some serious critiques, things that I've seen, and still somehow make him pass over. I'm like, but y'all seeing this? You said he's offbeat. You said it don't. I'm like, you said it sounds slow. I'm like, but you seeing what I'm seeing? And then it was like, it was certain people that didn't make it. Like, I'm trying to figure out how in the cipher, how one shorty choked, but the person they got rid of was Cody from Seattle. I'm like, he the only one that went in. I'm like, he was actually telling like how shorty they didn't finish her rhymes. How she make it through, but Cody got it. But I was like, that don't make no sense. I'm like, hold on, bro.
But I will say to that though, Hugh, is you know this in rap and you know this just in music. Authentic. The reason why I feel like Dre TL is getting the praise and the views that he's getting from the judges is because his sound is different. And I'm gonna be honest with you. And I'm gonna be honest with you. His sound is different. But like the one you said got eliminated, Cody, it's too generic. It's too surface level as far as I get what you're saying because in that realm he did the best. He didn't mess up.
As far as like what he was asked to do there, we never got to the song part. As far as just the cypher, he was tough. The audition too.
Yeah,
the crowd loved him. But as far as just like this rapping for the cypher, I'm like, hold on, he was the only one that actually rapped well and didn't mess up. Like, how did Shorty? That was my thing. I was
but also, if we being honest, we looking at judges that are all authentic and different. Ludacris, it's never been a Ludacris ever. It's never honestly give Lotto her praise. It's never been a Lotto. She stands alone as well too. Big Sean, Eminem, these are all anomalies, but they made it off of being authentic. They keep saying it over and over. We don't want to hear a gimmick. We don't want to hear the generic stuff. I feel like that's what makes you stand out. And I know Dre TL, he's not my necessarily favorite, but I do kind of get what they're saying as far as like him being a little authentic and what his sound brings.
Two of the judges being from Atlanta helps his case. Because they're used to that sound and that cadence.
Cool. I get that too.
That accent. They like it. It's a familiar thing for them. They like the way that sounds. So,
and Jazz with an X, she's actually tough too.
Tough.
She's tough too. I'm interested to see who's gonna win this, but I feel like the most complete artist and complete rapper is J Taj thus far. And we speaking on rap, bro. So let's get to it. Let's break it down. We had a lot going on with this Drake lawsuit against UMG.
Well, it's a petition, ain't a
lawsuit. And it's a petition. So let me rephrase that. It's a petition. And I will say that Drake, he's been talking about this for a long time, for the last, I'll say 3 to 5 years within his music. But it does, regardless if I'm a Drake fan or not, this does look weak because this is a rap battle. Regardless of anything, this is a rap battle. And this is, to your point too, and to a lot of fans' points, this is the second time where you had like a cop-out for first Pusha T, and we talking about going too far in the rap beef. You don't make the rules of the rap beef. Let's just keep it real. You can't make the rules of the rap beef. When you step out there and perform, all of us are to judge. And we're looking at it as if, okay, well, you kind of tucking your tail when you was in the battle, basically urging Kendrick to jump out there, and he jumped out there. You cannot get mad at what the viewers say and what the overall public thinks, because you killed it too. But guess what? Kendrick, he outdid you. It is what it is. You got to take your L and keep it moving. But in the landscape of the UMG case, I am not going to lie. I am on his side in the UMG case. Not talking about the lawsuit or the petition against Not Like Us. I'm talking about in the sense of the industry. And what I do think that Drake, I feel like Drake in this situation, he has to understand and know that he has the leverage. He has the leverage because there's no, other than what you can say, Taylor Swift is no other bigger artist than Drake. And for real, with an artist like Drake, he can go independent and set things off himself. So when you coming back and going back to the industry and asking for these a limitless amount of money and equity, they're gonna look at you funny because that's what they always done. We've never seen a rapper or artist of anybody win against the label or the industry, and you know that. But if it's somebody that could do it, it could be him. But also, you have to leverage yourself. And what I do think, we love Drake out here, but I feel like he doesn't understand or know his worth in this situation. Because I think he's worth more than $400, $800 million because he's making the labels billions of dollars. So I do feel like he has a good fight in this case, but based off it being on the back of the rap beef.
But he's fighting to get back in with them.
You get what I'm saying? That's the thing. That's the thing. If you're gonna fight against the system, then go against the system. It's the same thing people had to say about Kaepernick. It's like, bro, you wanted to file a lawsuit against them. You don't like any of these things they're doing, but you still want to be a part of their league. It does not make sense. If you want to separate yourself. And if you look here, and if you took an L in the rap beef, you took an L, bro. It is what it is. You feel me?
This is my thing, because I got a tangent. And some of the things you said, I was getting ready to say. My whole thing is this. It's like, the UMG thing, all the stuff he complaining about, like, fam, you benefited off of all of those things. If Spotify did now, insider trading is trash. Insider trading shit is illegal in any other business but the music business. The fact that Spotify can make money through the record labels, that should not be the case. But so if he did expose that, then that's one thing. But there's this other thing here that says that it's on Spotify, 30% is the norm for price for records. But let's just say it's not. If you really think that labels have not done this to boost Drake's records, you are out of your mind. Every opportunity that they have had to boost you, bots, percentage lowering, they have given to Drake. So the fact that it's working against you, all of a sudden now you have a problem. Somebody tweeted, they were like, is gaslighting a Young Money thing? I was like, I'm starting to think it is. It's ridiculous. Like, when something doesn't go in your favor, now here it is. Now it's UMG's did this, they lowered it. I'm like, they did all those things for your career. And I don't want to hear about him fighting the system, because every opportunity he had to fight the system, he went with the system. If you go all the way back to 2015, when Jay asked him to be a part of Tidal, and people try to spin this narrative that Jay don't like Drake, I'm like, no. Jay was trying to give all those guys equity in the streaming service. That's what the whole thing was about. Drake went and did his Apple deal. He took the deal with Apple. Later on down the line, he wanted equity. They told him no, as they told everybody no. So he took OVO and went to Serium. But it's like, Jay already tried to give you what you're asking for now. Every opportunity he had to fight the system, he chose the system. Even when he had the opportunity to go independent. Like you said, he could have went independent, changed the whole thing. He signed the 500 M's with UMG. He is comfortable because it's like gravy. It works for him. It benefits him. He's always liked it. Any opportunity he had to go against it, he chose to go with it. So I don't want to hear that now, like, he's fighting for. No, he's not. It's not going in his favor, so he's complaining about it. Because even right now, the rumor is he's fighting to get another deal. Why do you want to go back with those folks? Like you just said, what he's finding out is what every other black or half black, especially because he's a rapper, they treating you like a nigga. They do that every single time. Especially since you a rapper, like they're gonna treat you like a nigga every time. They did it with Kanye. When Kanye did the Nikes, he made Nike millions of dollars. They wouldn't give him royalties, so he left. He went over to Adidas. He made Adidas billions of dollars. You saw how they treated him. They still, what's the word? Breached his contract. They still went behind his back. He made Gap billions of dollars. They still undercut him. 60% of the viewership on Stars is 50 Cent. And they still undercut him. That's why he took it. That's why when he was out his deal, I'm taking it somewhere else. And as soon as he said that, what did they do? Canceled his last show. They're going to treat you like a nigga every single time. It don't matter how much worth we give them. And so Drake is finding that out. Like, yo, man, it didn't matter how much money you made them. It didn't matter how good you've been to them. The opportunity they had to treat you like a nigga, they took it. They were going to do that. And my thing is this. Let's just say that UMG did and Spotify did help, boost Kendrick and Not Like Us to help you out. Why wouldn't they? They're in the business of making money. If they saw that one of their artists was going against their bigger artists and y'all were going back and forth and this artist was doing better, bringing them more money, they went with the more money. They boosted this artist to make them more money. They don't care about you like that.
And in all fairness, to your point, the same thing we could have said for the Drake and Meek situation.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the same thing.
They were gonna pick you. You were making them the more money in the situation. So they were going to pick you. In this scenario, Kendrick was making them more money. So they picked him. They don't have no allegiance to you. And then it's like, then the second lawsuit really got me mad. I'm like, defamation? Are you serious, man? After you done called him a wife beater and his kids ain't his and all this other stuff, I'm like, the nerve of you to go out there and do that. Like, I was like,
all of that is hell.
All of that is just nasty work.
And
it reminded me. I was like, man, because somebody put it back up. I was like, yo, I remember he told on Push. Because Push had this verse on the Pop Smoke record that Young Thug didn't like, that the labels took down. And Push said, listen, they don't know what the verse is about. The only reason they took it down is because he told them to take it down. The same way he got my Maybach 6 verse taken off of Ross's record. Because he told them. And I'm like, if he'll tell record execs about rap verses, I don't know what he'll tell about. I don't do it. I was like, yo, he did tell on Push and got some things removed. The cease and desist thing, I'm like, some of this stuff was coming into light. We kind of ignored it. But I'm like, yo, man. It just doesn't look. It's just nasty. It just doesn't look good.
It don't look good. It don't look good. And we mess with Drake. Don't get it confused. We mess with Drake heavy.
Drake fans, but it's just like, come on, dude.
It's real. And the two things, like we said, that's pinpointed is that you can't only fight the system when it benefits you.
The music industry has been that since before Drake, during Drake. It will be like that after Drake. It wasn't new to him.
And the second thing is stop going back to the same system that keeps doing you dirty. That's what it is. You can't keep going back to the same system that's doing you dirty.
Now,
if you want
he's
change,
putting himself in a bad spot.
If you want change that you can get change. I do think it's a lot of artists will behind the scenes, because a lot of people not Jump Street. A lot of people behind the scenes will jump on board with this, but also we know that it's a less than 1% chance that you go against the system that you're gonna win. So, like you said at the beginning, if you seeking for a contract with them and you going against them, it's all not gonna end well.
No, and I did read somewhere that they said that because UMG tried to throw it on Kendrick, because they said that UMG would file a thing against Kendrick if Drake filed a thing against them, something like that. So that's why it's a lot of speculation. But it's just all like, the lawsuit hasn't been filed yet, but the fact that you even are willing to consider this is nasty work. Now, maybe, and again, it could be he's only doing it to get a better deal. But after all of that happened, why would you even want to go back? I think it's his comfortability. I think he's comfortable in it. He likes being signed.
And it shows us, like you said, the label ain't for nobody. They're about their paper.
Do not care,
they're about their paper. They don't care about Drake. They don't care about Kendrick. They care about what the revenue that you're gonna bring them.
They care about money.
For sure.
All these companies owned by big, white execs, and every opportunity. It don't matter how much change we brought. It didn't matter how much impact we had. Every opportunity they had to treat us like a nigga, they took it. It happened to Kanye. It happened to 50. It's like, it's not different. It's like...
And if you affect their bottom line, they will come after you.
Yeah. Even if you bring their bottom line up, they're still not going to give you what you should be worth. It's like the fact that Nike would look at Kanye and tell him he can't get royalties because he's not an athlete when he's bringing in all the dough with his shoe. It's insane, but it's an example. And the fact that the fact that he can make Adidas literally billions of dollars more money than that company has ever seen in their life, and they would still breach his contract, lets you know the level, like how they really feel. They do not care. Like, they'll go that far. And how does a network have 60% of their viewing be from one dude, and they still do that?
And as simple as this, Hugh, if you don't like the system, then create your own.
That too.
It's really simple as that. And with Drake, he's one of these people that has the leverage to do anything he wants to do.
It's like what anything most guys have done, like what people like what Jay have done, or what M has done, or what Nas has done. When you get into the system, find the exit. It's like, all right, I'll play this game for now, but I'm looking for this exit. I'm not gonna sit here and wait for them to cheat me. I'm gonna find this exit door. I'm gonna figure this out. Frank Ocean did it.
He did.
It's like, once you get into the system, find the exit. You need to find the exit, and then when you get to that certain point, it's like, all right, I'm pivoting, I'm doing this. And then you set yourself up to do other things, better things. But don't get comfortable in that. If you get comfortable in it, the time gonna come when they do what they always do. They always flip the situation. You're like, wait, what? After all, it don't matter. Like, but I did this, so. But I did that, so. They gonna look at you and be like, so. And it's crazy, but I'm like, I can't feel bad for him. I just can't.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, bro, this started off of rap beef.
It really did.
And it should just end as that.
It really should have just ended.
You see me? Like, that's it. That's what I feel about that. And before we get up out of here, y'all, Thanksgiving recap, man. Just want to say I'm thankful for family, my friends, my loved ones, bro. I'm thankful just to still be here each and every day, man. God grants me an opportunity to be here each and every day. And I just want to say I'm just thankful. And I'm thankful my son came, seen all my family, and, man, just continue to.
Oh, he went back already?
Yep, he went back already. But it's just amazing, bro. It's amazing that, like him, you know, being here with the family, it was beautiful. And then I have for those who do know, I have another son that's about to be born, and just prayers up to that. But I'm just thankful for sure.
I am thankful, definitely for my family, thankful for my job. I'm thankful for my new home that my friend hasn't come seen yet. But anyways, I don't
be trying to out me.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. None of them have actually. But since you're here, my friend has not seen yet. But I'm thankful for my new home. I am enjoying it. It's something, you know, just dope about living by yourself. I think everyone should live by themselves, and I don't just mean college. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm looking forward to just furnishing it the way I want. You know, I need to put some more money in my pocket so I can do it the way I want to do it. But yeah, man, I'm just really enjoying, you know, just this time that I have and be able to do my own thing and come and go when I please. And yeah, I'm thankful for that.
And guys, millennials, just know that we are the generation that's coming up that's going to be hosting these events. So y'all better get ready. Get your
Christmas Eve already,
get your chefing on, bro, and let it be known that we are the generation that's about to be hosting these family events, bro. We are here, bro.
Apparently, I'm hosting Christmas Eve, so
yes, absolutely, deservedly so.
But yeah, you 100% right. And we're this the generation we're all freaking getting married and having kids.
Yeah,
my goodness gracious.
Sure. We grown out here, y'all. Hey man, another amazing episode, man. Thank you guys for the new listeners, old subscribers, man. Continue to follow during our journey. Much love. We out.
Yes, sir.